Okay, part 2 then says, hence show that the sum of from 1 to 2n of this is equal to this expression here. There's two things to notice about this. It says 2n when it usually says n, and we have a 1 here when up here we have a 3. So this is going to be equal to a third of what we normally have, a third of the sum from 1 to n of 1 over 3r minus 1 minus 1 over 3r plus 2. It's going to be a 2n as well. I'm going to sum it to n, and then I'm going to replace n with 2n when I've finished. That's the method that I'm going to go with. So even though we want the 2n, I'm going to work this out first. So in order to do these method of differences questions, we are going to look at values for when r is particular numbers and substitute them in and just write them down and work them out. So when r is equal to 1, we're going to have 1 over 3 take away 1, which is 2, minus 1 over 3 times 1 plus 2, which is a fifth. When r is 2, we're going to have 1 over 5, take 1 over 8. When r is 3, we're going to have 1 over 8, take away 1 over 11. And you can see these terms are going to be cancelling with the first term on the next row. If we look at what happens to the last couple of terms, so r equals n minus 1 and r equals n, for r equals n minus 1, we're going to have 1 over 3 lots of n minus 1, take 1, minus 1 over 3 n minus 1 plus 2, and for when r equals n, we're going to have 1 over 3n take 1 and 1 over 3n plus 2. These are actually the same. If you multiply the brackets out, you get 3n minus 3 plus 2, which is 3n minus 1. So they're going to cancel as well. So everything that's going to cancel apart from the very, very first term in the first row and the very, very last term in the last row. So let's get rid of all of these. That minus 1 over 11 would cancel with the first term when r equals 4. This is going to cancel with the last term when r equals n minus 2. We've already said that they cancel, so we are left with a half minus 1 over 3n plus 2. Now don't forget, that is just the sum from 1 to n. So the sum from 1 to 2n is going to be the same, but we're now going to swap n for 2n. So that's going to equal a half minus 1 over 3 times 2n, so 6n plus 2. We can simplify this by, again, finding a common denominator. This 6, if you look at this 6n plus 2, that's the same as 1 over, if I take out a factor of 2, 3n plus 1. So in order to combine those two fractions, I'm just going to need to times this top and bottom by 3n plus 1. And that's going to give me, the 1s are going to cancel. I'm going to have 3n over 2 lots of 3n plus 1. So we're nearly there. If you remember right at the top, we said actually we're going to want a third of it. because what we've worked out is 3 over 3r minus 1 times 3r plus 2. So this is equal to the sum from 1 to 2n of 3 over 3r minus 1, 3r plus 2. So the sum that we want is a third of 3n over 2 lots of 3n plus 1. You can see that the 3's are going to cancel and we are left with n over 2 bracket 3n plus 1.